I'm Melissa, and I'm with Freedom and Faith Ministries. In this video, I've specifically designed it for possible jail pastors. Kind of scary to think about being a jail pastor, but it's also really exciting. So in this video, I want to give you an overview of what your activities might include, but more specifically, how we can support you and help you and make sure that you're starting off on the right track in regards to your personal ministry. So let me give you an overview of what my activities look like and what I do as a jail pastor. Every Sunday night, I'm in jail and I am conducting what the inmates call jail church. And you and I might think of it maybe as a little bit more of a Bible study, but the inmates call it jail church. And it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting to know that every week when I go there, there's going to be new people that I haven't met before, that I actually get to share the hope and the love of Jesus with them. And sometimes their eyes light up when they realize that God's grace and redemption could actually apply to them too, regardless of what their past may be. And so it's exciting and it's exhilarating to bring the hope of Christ to a jail facility and to see their eyes light up. And then after they're released from jail, I will connect with them and provide them a care package to meet their short-term needs in regards to hygiene, in regards to food, as well as resource guide, with all of the local resources for that particular area for their community. But what we see is those care packages are just the tool to demonstrate that if we cared about them in jail, we also care about their basic needs outside of jail. And one point that I want to make is it depends on the person's situation, but after they're released from jail, and while they're in jail, they're surrounded by detention officers and correction officers, probation officers, counselors, pretty broad range of services that really wrap around them to meet their needs. But I'll tell you the piece that's missing, and that piece is often the pastor. That's the person that steps forward to meet their spiritual needs. And these people are hurting and they're broken. And their spiritual needs are very obvious and very apparent. So after jail, I'm also meeting their spiritual needs. And what that means is it depends on each relationship and each scenario. For some, it means I'm sending a Facebook message every week. Hey, how you doing? How did court go? Just kind of touching base. My favorite question in those short interactions is, how can I pray for you? And it's exciting, I think, for them to know that somebody actually cares about them and somebody is praying for them on a regular basis. But we can also take that relationship even further. Sometimes it means going to coffee and grabbing coffee with someone and just letting them know that you care and letting them know, reminding them that God is there for them. So it's meeting their spiritual needs inside and also outside of jail. It's pretty exciting stuff. We know where the broken and the hurting and the lost are. It's just a matter of who's willing to step forward and to meet those spiritual needs. So that's a broad overview of what jail ministry looks like. In this next segment, I want to talk specifically about the resources that we can provide you to get you trained and ready for this local ministry opportunity. The very first thing that we're going to do to support you as a jail pastor is get you some training so you're up to speed. We have a series of videos that we've released for future jail pastors, and the first one encompasses jail processes. jails are places of stringent rules. And so we'll walk you through the process for getting approved to enter into jail, give you an idea of the rules and regulations so that you know exactly what you can bring, what you can't, and how to comply with the rules and regulations of a jail environment. And then our next video really focuses in on teaching tips. Maybe you're ready to teach a Bible study, but you're curious as to how you would adapt your teaching style to a jail format. And so this video covers some of the best practices for teaching or conducting jail church. And I think it's really going to give you some insight in regards to what works best for interacting with inmates. The third video in that series focuses in on the aftercare program, focuses on safety and how to conduct documentation and really get you up to speed in regards to the outside of jail interactions. So there's a quick overview of the videos that we can provide to you to make sure that you're able to get through the process, get into jail, successfully comply with the rules, regulations, as well as teaching the inmates about the good news. The next part of that is delivering those care packages. And what you see here on the screen is these are some of the items that we can provide you with. So we can provide you with care packages, which includes the deodorant, shampoo, essential hygiene, as well as food items. And nothing deluxe in there, but it's enough to get them by. And so we can provide you with the care packages. We can also provide you with printed resources. This particular one that's shown here is the local resource guide. We can provide you with those, work with you to get that updated for your local area so that the inmates know what their options are inside your local community. And then we've got a variety of books and Bibles and devotionals that are available, some of which are available only for the jail staff for distribution to inmates. And so we'll work with the local correctional facility to make sure that they've got all the books and Bibles on hand that they need to meet the spiritual needs. And some of those items are available for you outside of jail. This particular Bible that's shown here is really been a hit. Inmates love this Bible. So when they're in jail, I'll let them know that when you get released, I've got that care package for you, but I've also got this cool Bible. So those are some of the things that we can hook you up with so that you'll be ready to succeed in your upcoming jail ministry. The decision to enter into jail ministry is certainly a challenging one, but I would also describe it as extremely rewarding, knowing that you get to share the hope and love and grace of God with people that are hurting and broken. Outside of jail, I just wanted to share one of my experiences, and that was a young lady. After she got out of jail, I gave her a care package. She had some young children, so I also provided her with some books for her, godly-based books for her children. And that young woman approached me and said, "Hey, would you take me to church this week?" And so we did. We went to a church together, and during the service, she was so very quiet, very attentive, seemed to be enjoying the music, seemed to be enjoying herself, but very attentive. And that day, that young woman accepted Christ as her personal savior. And that's what this is all about. It's about salvation and redemption, but it's also about discipleship and encouraging prior inmates in their spiritual growth. And yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but we know that God's going to equip those that He has called. So if you have questions about jail ministry and you'd like to know a little bit more about what it's like, or more specifically, how we can help you get acclimated to a jail setting, reach out to us. My name is Melissa. I'd love to answer any questions that you might have, as well as share my experiences with you and work together so that the spiritual needs for inmates right there inside of your local community will be met, and that the gospel will be shared with the hurting and the broken and the lost. So thanks for your interest in jail ministry. I look forward to hearing from you soon and supporting you in this exciting local ministry opportunity.